worried that was the situation? I mean, you talk a lot about game management. With the clock in that situation, how much is that in your mind? What's thinking maybe the ball back?
I mean, there was a lot going on there, and it wasn't the best decision I could have made, but everybody around me, like I said, stepped up.
What's it say about your team that he's willing to make that call?
Well, I think it was the right call. I think he had a lot of belief in the play, a lot of belief in the players running it. Ultimately, it just worked out. But that's a game I think will go either way. I think we're going to win that game. I can tell you that they were inches away from winning that game.
Dave was asked what I think of his touchdown pass. What do you think how he handled it?
It was a phenomenal throw. I think that was the best throw of the day by far. So I was very happy for him and for the way he adapted to the total team.
You're not necessarily throwing as much as you were in the past. I mean, I think you played 33 times today, but it seems like your rhythm isn't right there compared to what it was last year.
Yeah, we'll go back to the film and keep learning, but we're running the ball well, and if we continue to do that, we're going to have great success. So we're just going to continue to try to stay balanced, throwing and running, and I like to call upon and make plays and make plays.
You're a little jealous of Aaron's play?
No, not jealous. Extremely happy. He won us the game. It was a very heroic play. Just can't say enough about Aaron. I guess that was a little taste of why we voted him captain.
Too many pointers going in?
We talked. I believe it was Wednesday night. I saw the trick play in practice, and when I got back to the apartment that night, we talked about it. We just asked him what his read was there and how he was supposed to go about it. And I tried to give him a little bit of a coaching point there from a quarterback's perspective, but I don't think he was thinking about that when the play happened.
Do you kind of look at the contrast of where you were a year ago after the Notre Dame game with this team? You know, the close loss there last time, the close win, 3-0, the close win, 2. Are those things that you think about after this win?
Well, you know, college football is a game that can go either way. Every Saturday when you line up, anybody can beat anybody. So you got to make those plays, the inches, and they fell for us today. You know, last year they didn't most of the time. We're just going to keep battling, keep pushing, and prepare as hard as we can.
I know games like this can be stressful at times. As a player, barn burners like this against Notre Dame, under the lights, stuff like that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was an exciting atmosphere. I can't say enough about our student section, about our fans who supported us. They did a tremendous job tonight and really cheered us on. That made a big difference.
What was the crowd like? Was it ever hard for you to hear at times?
You know, the hardest part was the Notre Dame band was playing. We were in the huddle a lot, and they were so close to the field, the sidelines, that we were down in the north side of the field. It was very tough in the huddle to communicate. But once we got to the line of scrimmage, we were fine.
Would you say that Notre Dame is one of your top 3 favorite teams to beat?
I would say they're right up there with Michigan. I mean, Michigan is an incredible rivalry, but I think Notre Dame's right there. I mean, this is a serious victory, and there's a lot of emotion when you win and when you lose. You know, when you win, it's the highest of highs, and when you lose, it's the lowest of lows, and there's no in between. And tonight's the highs, but the fact of the matter is we got a long ways to go, and we just need to keep working, keep preparing every week, and obviously we got to prepare like we can, so when we get to those games where the inches matter, we win those inches.
As your captain, how do you focus on that? You know, keeping not only the rest of the team kind of down, but you know, not getting too high on big plays, not getting too low on some of the big plays, or some of the bad plays.
Well, you know, tonight when they may have scored, we went up and they may have come back and tied us. We just, you know, got to stay up on the sidelines. I was trying to stay up on my feet. Try not to sit down on the bench at all today, just as a visual example that I was ready to go at any moment, and just wanted to make sure our O-line, our receivers, our running backs were staying positive and ready to go at any moment, and obviously it paid off.
Do you feel like you know way more about the chemistry and makeup of this team coming up with one like this than you did, this week in practice?
Well, I think a game like this builds a lot of chemistry when you go through the fire together and come out on top. There's a good feeling around the locker room and around the football building, so it helps a lot to fight together like that, 4 quarters and overtime, and come out with a win. Somewhat of a magical game, but we'll just have to keep pushing and learning and growing together. And again, we're going to have some more games where the inches matter, and we got to be able to come out on top. It's they were in the coverage that isn't really a great coverage for that play. The cornerback did a great job. Really, their cornerbacks did a good job all day. in coverage, safeties as well. It just felt like I needed to get out of the pocket. Probably could have stayed in if you watch the film again. Really, all I want to do right now is go back and watch the film and exactly see what was going on each of those plays. But just felt needed to roll right, saw some open space, thought about running it. BJ was coming back to me like he's taught to do. And I just wanted him to go down the field, and he was only behind the cornerback, and we did that. He was open, and he made a catch and made the play.
What went through your head when you heard Coach call Little Giants?
I didn't even know he had called it. So I thought there was a chance of it, but I really thought we were going to kick it like most people did. And when Aaron stood up, I knew it was coming, and looked to Le'Veon, because Le'Veon was the main guy. And when I saw Le'Veon getting held up, I really was nervous. I didn't know what the other options were. And sure enough, Charlie was running down the middle of the side of the field open, and Aaron made the play. But I did not know the name of the play was Little Giants, but he had mentioned that he wanted to call that at some point in the game. I think Coach D actually was the one that drew it up, so that's pretty cool.
Have you had a chance to talk to your roommate about it?
Not in depth. We talked on Wednesday night about the play and what he would need to do. That was all him. He did a great job. We'll talk this week when we get back.
Did you guys throw it around a little bit? Looked like he learned a little something from you too.
Well, he was a high school quarterback, so he's throwing it around plenty and knows how to be an athlete, make plays. And I guess you can see a little bit of why we wanted him captain.
What does it say for you, this third year in this and being involved in this? But I mean, you had some throws up your back foot. You know, you had the pass that got tipped, but you were able to gut it out and be able to finish it off and make some of the plays that helped this team get to the point of
Yeah, like you said, I have a lot I need to get better at, but we made enough plays to win, and I'd much rather go back and watch the film and have to learn from mistakes in a win than learn from mistakes in a loss, and that's what we're going to be able to do tomorrow.
Talk about BJ and Keyshawn and what they meant to you.
Well, we have tremendous receivers. We said that all offseason. I think they showed a bit today of what they're all about. They made plays for us when we had to have them, and hopefully we get the ball more down the year.
Were you a little jittery starting out tonight?
Well, you always have those butterflies, but I think we settled in pretty quickly and ran the ball very well.
What about Bates this next week? What's that going to be like for you dealing with him?
Oh, I mean, he'll be great. I'm just so happy he made a play for us, and what an amazing group, amazing play.
He's going to taunt you. You know that, don't you?
He can do what he wants. I mean, he made the play to win the game. He can do what he wants.
Is there something about his personality that interests the coaches to ask him to do something? He seems like he likes a quarterback, good basketball player. He's got no cockiness to him.
Oh, he's a tremendous athlete. He's got an attitude that says that I can beat you. He's a tough, hard-nosed guy from a blue-collar town, and he's got the right mentality. Guys with that kind of mentality are what create winning teams, championship teams. And he definitely has it. That's why we voted him captain. And he stood in there tonight and made the play.
Have you ever seen film of Bobby McAllister down at Rose Bowl when they broke off the Falcons? Have you ever seen him go down the right side?
I haven't ever seen that Rose Bowl. I've flipped over on ESPN Classic and watched it now and then, but I haven't ever watched that play.
There was a key play late when they broke it up. It looked kind of like you guys were reenacting that a little bit on that play. Just wondering if you'd seen it.
No, I hadn't seen it, but you always.
You ever heard of the Rison play?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've heard of Andre Rison and how he went off, and again, I believe it was next year in the Gator Bowl.
You never heard of that play specifically, though? Okay.
So I'll have to go back and check that one. We got a lot of pictures around our building of Bobby and of Andre, so they're definitely very Spartans in our past, and we're trying to continue that tradition.
As a whole, how great does it feel to be 3-0?
Better than 2-1. Better than 1-2 where we were last year. I'll tell you that. We'll take it. It wasn't pretty. I think you guys would agree. We still haven't quite played at the level we need to, but we're 3-0, and we'll take that. But we obviously got to get back tomorrow and really learn from this film and get better, because I personally have a lot to improve on.
Sometimes having something to learn from helps, though, doesn't it?
Well, absolutely. Win or loss, you have something to learn from. And, today's no different. I got plenty to learn from. I have a lot to improve upon, and I'm going to need to be able to make some big plays down the stretch for a great year.
What do you feel you need?
I think I started off my back foot a little bit today. I don't think I was trusting the protection at times. I was leaving the pocket early. I think pocket presence is a big thing. Trusting that protection. I was so not wanting to take a sack that I think it cost me at times. I wasn't patient enough. I think at times there were some some throws that I wasn't settled on, that I was trying to make off the back foot, like I said, or just didn't feel like I was confident where I was throwing them. So that just goes back to reading the coverages, trusting the protection, standing there and delivering.
What do you think it is about the Michigan State and Notre Dame rivalry that it always comes down to the wire?
Well, I think there's a lot of regional side to it where the teams are so close together regionally, not a far trip at all from one another. Recruiting is very similar. You're going after the same players. It's just a lot of tradition at both sides. Tremendous coaching, tremendous athletes. And, today was no different in terms of the excitement of this rivalry, and I just hope it continues.
Kirk, what do you remember about the one interception? So you tried to play there and you had some time?
They didn't blitz, and so I knew we were going to have a lot of good options in that play with 5 wide receivers or 5 options to throw to on that play. They did a good job of